Hey, it's your boy T Duck, aka Quack Root for the ladies. Drink of truth. How do you this boy? Everybody, sucker free city, you see it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up with bros? What's up with the sissies? Yeah, I hope all is well. Everybody having a good morning. Unfortunately, we have to deal with these distractions and um the topic at hand. It started off as rape, but after listening more and more, it seems to be a situation of alleged revenge porn or something of that nature. So let's talk about it as adults. Let's get to the skinny of the matter and let's articulate this and rationalize and reason, you know, like we were professionals. Because, a lot of people put things out there to slander or misinterpret their situation uh unbiasedly and not really be, just because they lack the information and feelings and emotions get involved. So let's deal with it the right way. So if someone has your pictures out there, do they now own your pictures? Yes and no. And to back what I'm saying, we will look at a few things in order to get a clearer understanding of what's going on, because claims have been made against brothers, and I think it's more of a tactic to shy away from the more and serious topics of what's going on, like Sonetta having to get out of the conscious community due to his harboring and abetting scammers and pedophiles and things of that nature, and basically just bleeding consciousness as a whole. There's stuff that I want to bring forth to demonstrate the inconsistencies and how things were handled on his watch. So now this is Ruth Carter from Carter Law Firm, lawyer, author, and speaker. CarterLaws.com. If you can't see it, this is May 14, 2015. Excuse me. But let me continue. Frequently, I hear the question, if someone emails or texts me a photo of themselves, does it become my property? Many people in this situation want to know if they own the photo and what they're allowed to do with it. The answer to do I own the photo is yes and no. So that sounds oxymoronic, but allow me to further read, and I believe it will. Yes, you do own the copy of the photograph by virtue of the fact that someone gave it to you. However, owning a copy of a photograph does not mean that you own the copyrights in that image, which is why you can't do whatever you want with the picture. If the person who sent you a photo intended to give you the copyright as well, the copyright assignment would have to be in writing. Think of getting a photo via email or text message like getting a postcard in the mail. The postcard was addressed to you, so you now own it, which means that you can look at it, put it in your refrigerator, and if the message doesn't contain something that any responsible person would know, the sender would expect to be kept private. You could show it to others. However, you cannot make photocopies of the postcard and sell it or send it to others without the copyright holder's permission. Keeping this in mind, it should be obvious that the fact that someone sent you a photograph does not give you permission to do whatever you want with it. You will have to get permission from the copyright holder. So, all this boils down to intent. But let me continue to read on. That's what I'm grasping from it at this point. You'll have to get permission from the copyright holder to post it online. And if there's an image, the sender would expect you to keep private. Merely showing it to others could be illegal. If the photo in question is an explicit image showing it to others could violate the state's revenge porn law, which may be a felony. With few exceptions, having a photo is not illegal, but what you do with it could be. Therefore, if someone sends you a photo of themselves, you may keep it for your personal viewing pleasure, but it could be illegal to share with others. This is the area of the law that is still evolving. Since mobile devices come equipped with cameras, it's important for everyone who has one and mindful that does and do's and don'ts regarding sending and receiving messages. So that's that. So let's look at the state revenge porn laws. So international, this comes from findlaw.com, state revenge porn laws, created by a firm team, writers, January 13, 2020. Intentional distribution of non-consensual porn or revenge porn is a type of online harassment that occurs when an ex-partner or even a hacker posts sexually explicit image of a person online without their permission. It has been in the news in relation to several celebrities, including Jennifer Lawrence, Taylor Swift, and of course the Kardashians. Whatever we are talking about, nude pictures on social media or so-called celebrity sex tapes, the act of posting sexually explicit material online can be criminal. But what exactly is revenge porn? Does it mean that someone wants revenge on another person or posts pornographic material containing them? Not quite. In fact, in many jurisdictions, a perpetrator doesn't even need to be exacting revenge on anyone. The distributor of the material only intended to distribute the sexually explicit video or photograph with the intent to annoy or harass the victim without their consent. To be clear, revenge porn is a form of cybersexual harassment, in some cases cyberbullying, and it should be taken very seriously, particularly in minors or the subject of the revenge porn. Penalties can be steep in civil lawsuits. They also arise for posting non-consensual pornographic materials, injunctions, infringement notices, formal warnings, and a takedown notice. So what we have here is, like I said, when it comes to the issue of certain brothers, display as certain photos of certain women, I mean, it boils down to the sister first establishing she never gave consent to have her photo, excuse me, y'all. She never gave consent to have her photo redistributed or shared with others. And she has to prove that whoever gave the photos to said parties never asked her permission if they could do such. So the tangled web we weave, and then those people who accepted the photo but redistributed would also be only in trouble for not asking for her permission. But the people who actually put it online for the viewing audience to see would be in trouble on both counts, just like the person who initially got it and didn't get her permission and shared it. So, I mean, the whole thing is we're too grown to be doing things of this nature. Women, do not send photos of yourself out. This is a consequence. So if you want to be stupid, regardless of if you're in a relationship or not, you have to deal with the web you weave. And you have to go to the authorities with these matters. It's not a issue of like when a little 14-year-old girl is violated. You know what I'm saying? This is something domestic. This is something between you, your ex-partners, or you know, people you courting or whatever the case. Like they trying to implement solar mine, but I'm pretty sure bruh isn't the only one that had access to these photos. And I know like no one wants to appear to be out there and all over the place. And I don't believe every sister is out there, and some sisters get weak and you know they do certain things and they think that they can trust, you know, certain people, only to be broken, have their hearts broken, and realize that you know they shouldn't have never trusted these people from the jump. So whatever the case may be, we have bigger fish to fry, we have bigger issues, and to try to conflate this situation into something of importance when we have people basically um being predators to our teenagers and young children. I think that's more pertinent situation that we got to deal with than, you know, a woman talking about her news hit the her news hit the you know, airways or whatever the case may be. Like that's something you can, as an adult, you can handle that. That's not a communal issue. You know what I'm saying? That's not. We have limited resources, and that's not an issue that you know the fam need to deal with right now. We got bigger fish to fry. Like you have limited resources, so you have to utilize your resources effectively. And I don't think we should be calling to arms brothers over some type of revenge porn stuff. That's something your man should be able to handle, or the authorities can handle way more. Because, like I said, we got to deal with these real rapists, we got to deal with these real child predators, and we got to deal with these, you know, real situations where these people are basically destroying our very existence by, once again, attacking our children, destroying our children before they even get to a rightful age of consent. And then once they reach that age, they are now teaming up with the enemies because they no longer have trust in us. So yeah, that's the bottom line. But I would like to say, even though the brothers that sister went to, I felt bad for that sister in the sense of didn't nobody want to step up for her. Didn't nobody want to step up for her. You know, it was all fine and good when she's called a thought and things of that nature, and you know it's revenge porn pulled on her. But when it's done to other women, it wasn't an issue. We got to get out of this. It's an issue when it happens to me, but I'm gonna turn a blind eye to when it happens to other people. That's why it's so important we are effective on how we handle this situation with the 14-year-old girl being taken advantage of, because we have to send a message, and we have to send a strong message letting them know that this community will not tolerate no more of that BS. They need to think before they act. We have to send a strong enough message to where they're gonna really consider outweighing the pros and the cons when they get that urge to, you know, deal with one of our youth in a manner like Brother Polite did with that 14-year-old girl. See, the IRS don't catch everybody that does, you know, tax fraud, but when they do, they throw everything at you, and that deters enough people from doing that. We have to be just as vicious when it comes to the attack of our youth, because that's our future. And if we don't, if they're not protected, our future isn't protected. You think getting with a woman? See, our focus is all in disarray. We think getting with a woman, puppet a whole bunch of babysitter is gonna save the black race. That's what the conscious community is promoting. Polygamy. Just get a woman, just get a whole bunch of women, just fill them up with babies, and we gonna be all right. We gonna No, that's not the case. That's not the case. If we can't protect the children we have now, we're just gonna basically have more of an issue. They have more to pick from. They have a variety now. You get what I'm saying? And that's where we need to have our minds. That's where our minds need to be. We have to get off this stuff. And I don't even know why I'm banging like I'm banging, man. It's like I don't even. I'm in a place where I don't even have to care. Like I'm solidified, and it's just like I try to reach back, and it's just like it's like why? Why talk on deaf ears? Why allow people to think outside of their madness and their goofiness? Like why? Is it like who is like I feel like I'm forced to do this, man, because it's like nobody got their eyes open to the reality of life. Like it's like y'all childish with it. And we have to be adults. We have to mature. We have to grow up. If you think you can spread and have these brothers looking like rapists because you got your picture passed around, that's crazy. They're now sex offenders. It's like, but what about the main issue? What about the fact that your husband could have prevented a little girl from being taken advantage of because we could have been ran polite up out of here had we known the stuff he was into, the stuff about the little girl he married that was related to your wife, and how he was about that, how he was about that life of dealing with kids. We could have been dealt with it. The people would have listened to you. No, they wouldn't have listened to me, but the people would have listened to you, Sonetta. See, that's the issue. That's what you don't get. You had the power to solidify a resistance against pedophiles and predators. You had the voice of reason and that people would have listened to. But it was like a 6ix9ine issue. The money was too good. The money was too good. So you had to leave it alone. I get it. I mean, it is what it is. And I don't mind you repenting for it. You don't necessarily have to acknowledge it, but you just got to do better, bro. You got to do better. And karma is coming. I mean, so much wrong has happened on your watch. And I mean, just to attest to it, like let's see what we dealing with. Like, I mean, FOP, you fucked up, but you are, in a sense, possibly enabled revenge porn to take place. I mean, the burden will fall on Suge because he is the one that put it on air. But I mean, y'all just had poor judgment. I wouldn't put that jacket on y'all as y'all being rapists and all that stuff. But that's how sloppy we is. We'll do anything to get away from the real issues. We'll put up these paper tigers and straw man fallacy. We'll put up all these paper tigers and attack that just to get us away. No, red herring, because we diverting. Yeah. But I wanted to go to this. I just want y'all to watch this little documentary. Hold on, let me go do my favorite thing I like to do. All right. What's going, bro? I don't know where the people at today. Y'all just divorced me. All right. I get it. All right. Let me get that up. And then let me get this up. Let's see. All right. Let me go to this. And then I mean, I just didn't want to get off topic, but we gotta be more serious about the stuff we dealing with. We adults. We shouldn't be playing with the game like we do. So, yeah. I'm gonna play this because it's like, why wouldn't you present this to your husband? Like, that's what bothered me. Like, why isn't your husband involved in this? Like, why wasn't your husband in play? Why wasn't he contacted and why didn't he deal with the situation? Because it would, I mean, any other time he'd jump to your defense. But now you run into your brothers supposedly to handle the business. Why wouldn't your husband deal with the situation if he felt that somebody took upon themselves to revenge porn you? I mean, I know Sonetta scared of should and everything, but I mean, still, I mean, shit, like you gotta do something, man. I don't know, but let me share this with y'all. Let me share this. Hold on, before I start sharing anything, let me get the right stuff. Let me get in. Shout out to everybody. Gary Moore, what's up with bro? Yeah. Let me share this. All right. Share screen. Yeah, we do it. We do it best over here, boy. Gary in the right place, baby boy. Yeah. All right. So hold on. Fair use. Federal law allows citizens for reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of a copyrighted motion picture, videotape, or video disc under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for the purpose of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe on copyrights under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right. This is no mercy for scammers. No mercy for scammers. Shout out to No Mercy for Scammers. Let's get it popping. What happened? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. All right.
When you're doubting that bullshit that you've been told, and you need that info, Sonetta TV.
Look at that. Don't it seem like he about the people? Look at that. Got Africa up there.
We're going to talk about this brother Sonetta, the get over man, the rip off artist. He definitely got a good thing going, though. Almost like watching the Jerry Springer show, loving hip hop. It's entertainment. That's all it is. It's entertainment. And he's the host. He's the Jerry Springer of the conscious community. And he got him, he bringing in the flock, bringing in the dough. And he know it too. You know they got a bunch of damn fools out there because you got a lot of black people just unconscious They can't realize when they're being fooled.
You hear that, Elder? Speaking truth to power. No teeth and all. He still got his brain.
Then he got his cast of clowns. So that's what they is. Red pill, blue pill, black pill. Super set in. That ignorant ass nigga they call Igonrance Squad.
And this is the sad part. This is what I was touch on. Yeah, like he basically like just, you know what I'm saying? That's why the conscious community is at the state where it's at now, is because they have no more information to plunder. Like they exploited every, you know, conscious black author from way back when. They used all their material up, and that's why you got the cast of people you got now. That's why you're dealing with the Hebrew Israelite brothers. If he still had you know, an author that he can exploit, you wouldn't even see him dealing with the Hebrew Israelites.
And this is what we have got to understand as a people, and support each other and do business with each other. We don't have to take and destroy. There's a lot of people out there. We look at Haile Karima, who brought us Sankofa. That brother's a genius, okay? But he has produced very little because he got the work that he put into making Sankofa, he got very little from it because it went off onto a bootleg all over the place, and he got not enough resources to continue doing the work. Okay, so you know, and I'm old enough now where I was been around the elders. Okay, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, where you know they left us. Okay, broke. Steve.
Wait, did y'all see that? Don't that look like Jabari wife? That look like Jabari wife, huh? All right, I'm gonna keep going on. My bad, y'all.
Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, where you know they left us. Okay, broke. Steve Coakley left us broke. We had to raise money for Brother Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Okay, to bury him. Left him. I mean,
they had to raise money to bury Khalid Muhammad. Son that had no play in that. And it's crazy because he talked so big about Khalid Muhammad, but couldn't even get that man properly buried.
That's a crisis. Shaka Musa Bar Shango left us broke. They took all their resources to do their work, but we didn't make sure that they were compensated for and to continue to work. The DVDs and all that, back then it was VHSs first started. You have to buy the equipment and all that, and the meditation and the work, the field work in Africa, the temple. There's a lot of work involved. See, so when you see something in a 2 or 3 hour time period, it may have taken me 2 to 3 years to make it. So you know, I got 10 projects on the shelf, but I have to be out. I'm out there running a lot, so I can't sit back and think about creating like I used to, you know, because of the way things are out here now, and so we can cause our demise of our own culture when we see that when we don't support our own culture, then we can expect our own culture to die.
Yeah, we don't support our own culture. We don't support our children. So our children are being taken advantage of. We don't support our women, so our women being taken advantage of. And it just goes, it's a vicious cycle of ignorance. Now watch this.
Alright, so we're on 125th Street. We're talking to my man, Sonetta. He's been selling tapes out here for quite a while, so we want to get his perspective on why he does what he does and how long he's been.
Why are you a bootlegger? Why are you stealing intellectual property from your brothers who actually go out and invest and spend their money to do the works? Why are you undercutting your brothers? That is the real question.
Been doing it, and how long he's going to keep on doing it, and what he feels he's doing to help uplift our people. So why don't you introduce yourself?
How you doing, brother? My name is Sonetta.
All right.
Represent the House of Consciousness Information. Document our story live on DVD.
Okay.
See what I'm doing right here. Take a look. And you know.
I see you got a lot of tapes out here.
Yes, sir.
I remember when you first started out.
DVD.
Yeah, when you first started, you used to sell the VHS tapes, and now you have upgraded to putting your whole collection on DVD. So you're definitely keeping up with the technology. And you got more over here. You got a whole lot more tapes over here. We're going to talk about some tapes in particular in just a minute. We're going to get a shot at that.
Right. And that's how I all got started into it.
Right.
I'm going to loan out the tape to the brothers, to the people that knew me, never would get that. So I said, man, I'm spending, and at that time, to be right, a little tape, a DVD, not a DVD, but a tape, would cost you $25.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Right.
Y'all remember that?
It cost you $25 because that brother had to deal with the overhead of his expenses. So you may look at it as he was overcharging. No, he was trying to get comp back what he had put out and make a somewhat of a profit. He had to travel to Africa and do all that stuff. Y'all didn't have to do nothing. Like, come on, man. We are killing ourselves. Let's go.
There you go. A regular videotape was $25, especially when you would get them from Brother Leon and Brother Big Man and all. So I said, being that I'm going to come on the 125th with all the information I got. People don't want to spend no $25 for something when you're talking about.
Our people don't want to spend $25 for something you talking about. Hold on. You is a trifling nigga. Our people needed to spend that $25 so everybody eat. See, you made it so only you're eating. You made it so only you're eating. Everybody ate the other way. We would still be having information if everybody ate. But you selfish, narcissistic, and your whole crew has the same mentality as you. And that's why consciousness is in the gutter the way it is. I'm going to just let him play it out and let him just talk himself into the fucking grave because this dude's a straight buster, blood.
I'm going to come on the 125th with all the information I got. People don't want to spend no $25 for something when you're talking about the black man is God and you get the proper information.
Right.
They ain't going to want to spend no $25.
Right.
I said, I'm going to give it to them for $10.
Okay.
I sell the tapes to my people for $10. You don't work like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started. I'm the love of my people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And birds and the feather, they flock together, right?
So take it out.
That was important. Birds of a feather flock together. We know what polite is.
Why don't you show me some of the tapes that you got over here?
Okay, let me show you how. This right here tends to scare a lot of people, especially
He just said Khalid was his spiritual father, but he couldn't help with his burial. Got you.
But this is the one that really opened me when I first saw it. What? And I called it, son, that look at this right now. This is not what the God called it. When I saw it, I said, damn, I like that. It's open for all one. But I'm going to call it From God to Black Santa. That's what I did.
All right, we're going to have to explore this some other time. I got shit to do, man. Yeah, I got stuff to do, man. Hey, shout out to Killer Beezy, man, the Wish Finder. Yeah, we about to go into this. I'm gonna make a part 2 to this. Y'all gotta see it for what it is. Stop playing with us, man. The House of Consciousness. Stop playing with us. Just go. Gracefully bow out. Your time is up. I hope you enjoyed it. Just like Polite knew it was his end because he said I didn't did everything I wanted to accomplish in life because he knew it was over for him. I mean, you should feel the same way. Birds of a feather flock together, right? Like, stop it. All right, y'all stay up. Hey, Killer Beezy, I'll be back. I'd love to get you on here. You know what? This is always like a second home for you, big bro. So, yeah, let me go handle my business, and I'm going to get to it. All right, y'all. Peace, love. Stay up. All right.